Alright, y'all. No hat on, off the rails is in the title. I must be talking about something serious yet again. Yes and no. I'm going to start off by talking about something a little bit on the serious side and then segue into something that I think will have a positive impact on this project. In light of the whole YouTube ad boycott, dumpster fire, train wreck, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to try a little bit of an experiment. It might be short-term, it might be long-term. We'll just play it by ear. Now, for those of you who are not too familiar with the whole YouTube, Google ad crisis, I'm going to summarize and give you the Cliffs Notes version, but I'm actually going to put a link in the description below to Philip DeFranco's bit because he gives a more detailed description than I could ever pull off. So, in a nutshell, several major corporations have pulled their ad funding from YouTube. And obviously, due to cutbacks, YouTube is being more restrictive over how content creators can monetize their videos. It could be more restrictive in the sense that certain topics, like race, religion, sexuality, that kind of thing, aren't eligible for monetization by YouTube because some of the more other companies probably don't feel safe or comfortable actually advertising on those. I mean, a big example with that is Kaylee Elise from Dark Matter and Rob Dyke from Seriously Strange. Those two people focus on a lot of dark materials, from death to disappearances to serial killers to things like that, even just telling ghost stories. And I can see why certain ad companies might not feel as comfortable doing so, but if that is the bulk of their creativity process and they're not being able to get their videos monetized as a result of it, there goes their livelihood. It's really kind of a mess. And there's other things into play as well. I think there was an article somewhere that I read a few days prior, and I still need to do some more research to find out the validity of this, but there's something out there that until a content creator's channel hits a certain minimum number of views, they don't have the ability to monetize their videos. And this whole ad debacle impacts YouTubers from as small as me and Harcop311, who are barely in the double digits, to the mid-range YouTubers like Lilia and CJU Games, to the larger ones like Northern Lion and Kate Lovely Momo, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, that kind of thing, H3H3 Productions, that kind of thing. So, a lot of YouTubers are turning to Patreon to actually get the funding they need to continue their projects, to continue to pay their staff if they're a big corporation like Rob Dyke's company, or things like that. So, something I want to do is build word of mouth for some people to go to these YouTubers, to check out their channel, to like their videos, to offer their feedback, and if somebody has a Patreon account, go over there and check them out and maybe become a patron, maybe pledge a certain dollar figure to that. So something I'm going to start doing once a week is what I like to call the YouTuber of the week. It's where I'm going to spend maybe 5 minutes or so just showcasing that particular person and why I like them and what they do. And I need your help to do it. So in the comments below, I want you to give me a brief overview of a YouTuber that you think could use some more exposure, why you like them, why you think the YouTube community would benefit from checking them out. And I'll do a little more research, and things look good, I will definitely do a YouTuber of the week for that person. So let me know if this sounds like it could be a fun project and if it's something you want me to do, along with telling me your recommendations. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and kick started with this week's YouTuber of the week. Now, this person I know, I have talked about her countless times. I've name dropped her till I'm blue in the face. And that's not for any kind of sponsorship or things like that. It's because I genuinely love what she does. And I'm going to talk about it. So for week 1 of YouTuber of the Week, I'm going to announce the very talented Meezer Mistress, Lady Lilia. Now, Lady Lilia, as I've said many times before, she focuses on the Let's Play section of YouTube. And let me just go into a little bit of why I like her. First of all, the games she plays are not just entirely the normal ones that you see people play, like, you know, Outlast 2 just came out. People are doing that. Bugging here, sorry. She does a lot more of the indie titles and some of the more retro ones. I mean, A lot of her focus is on RPGs, which is something I like, and yes, RPGs aren't for everybody, but this could, her gameplay style definitely has the ability to shed some light on those that might not be interested in RPGs, and maybe they might get a couple of nibbles to try out a game or two. She's very informative with what she does. She talks about different things, like, for example, if she's playing Fallout 4, which is something she's working on right now, or Thimbleweed Parkahoo, which is another good one. She kind of goes into the mechanics and she kind of details little things. It comes down to both a macro and a micro level that is very informative. And if you're missing something in that particular game or that genre, you might like it, or at least be interested enough to pick up on it and sample it. I mean, I didn't think I was going to pick up Thimbleweed Park. I mean, yes, okay, it came from the same makers as the Monkey Island saga, which Harkov knows very damn well is a favorite of mine. But the way she's playing it definitely appeals to my fancy, and I will be downloading that fairly soon. So that's one reason why I like her, is just the intricacies and the details that she focuses on. Secondly, her sense of humor while she plays the games. She has a very dry sense of humor. A lot of YouTubers are over the top. I mean, dick and fart jokes, things like that. She's more of a dry sense of humor, very much like the Monty Python or Mel Brooks kind of thing, and I think it's hilarious. Just the way she includes it in her gameplay, not just when she's playing something like The Long Dark, which doesn't really have any role-playing elements to it, but she does get snarky and sarcastic with it, and it's a breath of fresh air in a room full of turds. She does a lot of role-playing in RPGs like Fallout, or more recently Enderall, which was fantastic, by the way, Lil. And just the way she does it, it's funny. So if you're more of a fan of the subtle wit and the dry humor and the sarcasm and a couple of fourth wall breakers, and you're not a fan of the squealing like Will Ferrell with his butt caught on fire, or just, sex jokes left and right, that's another reason why I like her so much. The next thing that I really like about her is that her inclusion of her fans and her subscribers. She's very quick to ask for help if she's up against a wall. I know when she was playing The Long Dark, Vigo Doria, who's another YouTuber, was able to give her some advice and help her out with the task she was on, with the mission she was on, with just trying to survive in general. Or in Kona, Morges was more than happy to help her out and give her some ideas and pointers. And she's quick to thank these people. It's not like some of the bigger name people where it's like, oh, well, some fan I talked to last week. No, she'll say you by name. It'll be, Morges, thank you for helping me with that. Vigo, thank you for helping me with this. If other fans are quick to voice their advice, she will thank them for it. And that is very rare among the YouTube community. Even some of the mid-range people that I have tried to talk to and offered a couple of pointers here and there, or at least thank them for their work, I haven't gotten 2 words back to it from them. Lilia will be quick to place a like on my comment, or actually give a reply, even if it's just thanks friend, and that makes you feel wanted, and that makes you feel more included in the gameplay. And maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. I'm prone to doing that, but I just think it's a change of pace. It's very pleasant. And another thing, including with the fan base, is her patrons. And I'm not trying to pledge anything for her patrons, but I am a patron. She created, for those of them who are patrons to a certain level, she created a private chat on Discord. And honestly, the effect of that is not something I don't think would ever happen ever in my YouTube career, using that term very loosely. There's a lot of content creators on her Discord channel, and it's not just fans of hers and subs of hers. It's a very pleasant community, and everybody is so friendly and welcoming to each other. There are some people that just started on Discord, and some of, I guess, I wouldn't say the founders of it, but people that have been there since kind of the inception are very quick to welcome them and talk to them and swap stories with them. And there are people that I don't think would ever discover my channel or give it a second glance if it wasn't for Discord, if it wasn't for Lilia's sense of inclusion and her camaraderie. You don't get that very often. I know I've talked several times about my amazing friend Barry Gray. I've talked about the Pain Train, Josh Wasabi, and more guests. And the Pain Train's growing. Vigo actually joined us on a Sunday Twitch stream for, what was it, Series Sam 3. But Josh is a content creator. Morgues is a content creator. Morgues, when was the last thing you did for was on YouTube? You really need to get back on the horse, bro. I want to see you play some more stuff. Vigo is a part-time content creator. And just, once again, that sense of community for us to get together and play games. And Morgues is quick to look at some of my gameplay and offer constructive feedback. Or on my Sonic Boogie reviews, offer some, like, okay, that was good. By the way, constructive feedback, which is amazing. It's not just like, boo, you whore. I mean, but I don't think they would have ever come to my channel if it wasn't for Discord. It wasn't for Lilia's sense of community. And conversely, I don't think I would have noticed their channel just because so many degrees of separation. And if you've got so many subscribers, you really have to sit down and go through all the people that sub to somebody's channel to find something. And I think that's amazing. And for that, I'm really grateful for that. And not just gaming and doing reviews like Wednesday nights with the Pain Train or Sunday streaming. I know I can talk to these people about concerns in my life. And yes, I know we've never met, and it sounds really kitsch. And, I've had several serious conversations with them about different things from life, the universe, everything, 42. But it all comes down to Lil again. And she's also very quick to offer up her feedback. Before I even knew she had a Patreon account, I emailed her just clearly out of the blue and said, hey, I know you're busy. If you could just take 30 seconds to give me some feedback on my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. She came back several days later saying she promised she would get back to me, and then shortly thereafter, she actually gave me an email with some constructive criticism on my channel. This was back when I just kind of started doing the Dark Souls and the Slender thing, so it's that sense of kindness, and that sense of humor. And she's also come around and talked to us about serious things, and we're quick to offer that feedback. So you don't get a YouTuber very often that has all of these aspects rolled into one. You don't have that information. You have people that will just offer commentary, just random comments while they're playing, say, Binding of Isaac or Pinstripe or things like that. And it's a rare opportunity to have that amazing bit of info, wit, wisdom, kindness, and sense of community that Lilia does. And that's why I wanted to talk about her being my first YouTuber of the week. I have watched her channel for, I'd probably say, a little less than a year now. And everything she does, even the games that I don't think I would ever play, are ones that I definitely think she excels at describing. And while it may not appeal to me alone, it definitely would appeal to somebody else, and that's what it all comes down to. Now, I will put a link to Lily's YouTube channel and her Patreon account in the description below, so you guys can check it out for yourself. But I really encourage you, take a few minutes, take an hour to it, at least look at some of her videos, if not a whole one. Check out the ones like Thief 2, Thimbleweed, Kona, The Long Dark, and see what you think. I really encourage it. So Lilia, I look forward to seeing your channel grow and to continue to watch your videos and hang out with you on Discord and in the chat rooms. So that's all for now. Let me know what you think, and until then, y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'll catch you on the flip side, all right? Peace.